back at it, talking marriage, guys. How do you guys feel about marriage in 2024? Why people are afraid of getting married? That's everyone in general. How do you feel about that coming from a guy's perspective? And then we'll move on to Kent.
Wow, that's
you can be honest now. Like,
yes. You won't.
Right timing, and right girl, the right girl. Yeah, I feel like if you guys have been together for a lot of time, or maybe a few years, and even if you had fights and stuff, you keep coming back. I mean, y'all ain't gonna leave. You might as well get it over with. Just put the ring on the finger and keep it moving, you know?
So have you ever been in a predicament where someone asked you to marry you?
No.
Too young for that?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Have it ever crossed your mind as a kid? I know you see social media and people talk about it constantly. Why people won't do it? Why people would do it?
Oh, like am I influenced by that?
Yeah.
No. You know, like sometimes I'll give like reels a chance, like how to say something to a girl and stuff, and I test it out for myself. And it's never right. Literally, it's never right.
Talking, right?
Like I'll just maybe let's say you'll do like a walk up to a girl, the cold approach. I'll hit him like an Andrew Tate quote.
Oh.
And I swear it just doesn't go like he says it's gonna go. I'm like,
gonna go. He's just trying to give you.
Yeah, and I'm, you just gotta do what you feel like. First thing that pops in the head. That's what I feel like.
What about you, Kent?
I'm afraid of marriage simply because my mother's been married 4 times and engaged 10.
Ouch.
But that's just me.
So what does your mother getting married 4 times has to do with you?
I wouldn't want that instability in my life, I think. I think I would agree with Austin that right timing, right person is important. I don't want to end up like my mother and make the same mistakes, I would say, because, she's still with my father, even 20 years after they've gotten divorced.
That's my point.
So she should have never left?
She should have never left, yeah. Well, I wouldn't have the twins if she hadn't have left, so I'm thankful for them. But, I do think it is not a light decision. But we were watching something this morning, and it was like someone getting married on the altar, and they go, I'm nervous about this, I'm nervous about this. And he's like, just do it, just do it. And he goes, well, it is a good tax break. Which I thought was
crazy.
funny.
That's kind of crazy.
Well, it changes everything, it changes how you file, it changes your finances if you do joint financing. Your credit now is linked together.
Okay,
That's
fine.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, that's
marriage
implications other than just tying the knot. That's finances, but I have a finance degree. So I think about those things. But a year ago, I cared more about credit than I do now. So.
Okay, so question. Do you think people in this generation marry for love? Do they marry for money? What do they marry for in this era? Because everyone has a different perception in our generation of how.
I think
why
we're considered Z, Austin and I. I would say that it's probably not a light decision to get married in our generation, because I think we saw that in the U.S., most marriages end up in divorce. So if you decide to...
Actually, I just put something on YouTube where they said 25 to 45% of women will be divorced in 6 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think if you decide to, it's got to be something pretty big. For me, it would be love. If I was going to get married, I would marry someone that I had full faith in, that we would be together forever, which is the intent of marriage, right? So. Okay,
but you do understand love fails sometimes.
And fades.
And it's a fight.
And fizzles.
Because one thing about me is, I understand love exists, but what I tend to lean on more is commitment. You have to be committed to a person to fight for the ups and downs.
I agree.
The good and bad. Like, he might be out of work. Are you committed?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, not you per. I'm just saying people in general. Are they committed to helping him? Through that situation when he's down.
Yeah.
That's where commitment. Love don't pay the bills.
True.
You know, you can have love, but you have to be committed to that individual. You know what I'm saying?
I think for me, love wouldn't come without that commitment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Like-
you have some women that love men, and soon as they lose their job, what happens? They leave.
I don't think it's real love then.
You don't think it's real love? You think
No.
it's lust?
Maybe, yeah. I think real love is being there
Facts.
in the ups and the downs, you know? Because it doesn't matter if that person's successful if you really do love them. That brings me back to why, you know, my parents raised me not to care about the materialistic things, even though we've always been well off. They didn't want me to go after the things that they did.
Yeah, because honestly, I think women that don't care about materialistic things, I think their relationship lasts longer. I'm just being honest.
Absolutely. I mean, especially just because, you know, it takes us back to our conversation we had about breadwinners, which we were watching earlier, and, you know, I just don't like the idea of a relationship being one-sided. It's always should be a partnership.
Facts.
It's what makes it last.
Okay. And you want to add anything to that? She said, "Woof."
I would say it depends on the person, really. Everyone's different. Like, there's people that want to be taken out to the expensive hotel every day, every weekend. They want to go across the world every month, stuff like that. There's people that
can start an argument.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, you know, like you said, I might lose a job one day. Let's say I was making millions of dollars. I lose it. Millions of dollars are gone because I'm spending it all on you, right? Now, when I'm gone with the money, is she gonna stay?
You have to be concerned about that.
Yeah,
it's real life. It's a real life situation. That's why I brought it up, because you have to know your person.
Yeah, you really do.
You have to know your person.
Yeah.
You have to know that person's willing to ride or die for you.
You gotta do it for just being around. Like, you want to be around them.
Yeah.
Every time you see them, you're excited. You're not excited to go on a trip. You're excited to go see them. That's
why I like a girl I can take on a trip.
Yeah.
You know, I like a girl I can take to the movies and take bowling.
Yeah.
She's gonna be excited.
Simple thing.
Either or. You know what I'm saying? Not just because I take you on this famous trip, you're excited, and I take you bowling, you're not excited. Yeah. So that's gonna make me feel some type of way. Like, damn, you're only worried about, you know, the fancy stuff.
Exactly.
So yeah, but like I said, one day I would love to get married, but we have to see about that.
Yeah, we have to see about that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I will say, I think you're right. It is a fight. It's a fight, people. Always. It's a job. You have to work for it.
If you don't work for it, it will fail. It will not be successful. So that's talking marriage, guys.